What tools and tips would you give yourself as a starting salesperson that you know today? I know you and I talked about
Never
launch.
use PowerPoint.
What
Try to get into a conversation with somebody. If you're gonna have to explain who your company is and what they do in a slide or two, that's okay, all right? But you need to get into a conversation with them about their problems, and you're not gonna do that by everybody looking at a PowerPoint presentation, okay? So, what I do is maybe do a quick introduction. In the first sales call, I don't even like having techies with me, okay? I wanna just talk about what their problem is, what's their timelines, what's their utopian goal that they're gonna have at the end of this thing, how much resources that they have to be able to put into this thing. Find out all of these kind of things before you even start talking technology. Especially in technology sales, you gotta do that, and learn about them. I'm not a big believer in that you gotta know everybody's birthday and you gotta be able to send cakes to their kids' birthday parties and stuff like that to become like their friend. Nobody ever bought software from somebody that's their friend without at least looking at the price. Okay. No, okay. So that's where we go back to relationship sales. Yes, it's good to be able to be have a relationship, but I'd like to try to become a consultative resource for that company, a trusted one, and not base it on how many dinners I had with the customer, etc. Those all things will come if that's what the customer wants, and you understand that that's what the customer wants. Most of the time, the customer wants to be treated in a professional manner, allows them to say that they've done the best due diligence with every company out there, especially yours, and they have selected the right product with the right value at an appropriate price. That's a win-win for everybody. And so you have to spend a lot of time working with them to understand exactly those um, items on your checklist of, yes, I've accelerated the sale to this next level. Yes, I feel confident that it's reached this level. Yes, I can say to my sales management, this has got a 40% probability because check, 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 check. All the activities and relationships within the whole company have been built, and you know all the stakeholders, and you're ready to give them a proposal.
So I think when we were talking one time, you told me the tip that you would say to people, and I take it away, and I thought it was great, is I never say I, and it's always
Yeah, so
we.
this was a great thing that was taught to me by one. And so I've been through a lot of coaching. Okay, you don't get there just naturally. Some guys have it, some salespersons have it, but that's because they've had other life experiences that can get them to that point. But the problem with sales in general is that when you're the quote unquote salesperson, you are seen to be needy and greedy. Okay. It's called the needy greedy paradigm. I got all the sales coaching from a great guy named Brian Starr. And the first thing I learned with Brian was that never say I in a conversation. Never ever make the sale, the discussion, the conversation about you, because then you fall back into that needy greedy paradigm. So I say, I would like you to understand this. Then it's about me. Okay. It's much easier to say, do you understand that this does this? And then understand that. And then try to take that personal side of you out of the whole sales discussion. And then you're going to get responses that are not triggered by the guy on the other side of the table or the woman on the other side of the table thinking, this guy just wants his sales commissions.
Right,
That's
right.
the worst thing you can be in if you're gonna do a complex solution sales, okay? You need to have those people asking you the questions because they appreciate your opinion, and in the end, they start to trust it, okay? And that's not done by talking about yourself. Worst thing in a sales call I've seen is you have 10 people in a room, and each of them trying to tell the others in the room why they're the smartest person in the room. You wanna be the dumbest person in the room.
You wanna be learning, right? You wanna
Yeah,
be learning from the other
exactly.
people. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause then you're able to say, "I understand your problems.
yeah,
Here's a solution." That's interesting.
and that's a
Always learn.
confidence thing, it takes a while to learn, okay? So, you it's so easy to fall back into, you know, your standard pitch, and we can do this, and we can do this, and I can deliver this, and I can do that. It's not what you want. It's what do you need? What are your challenges?